the road.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle.
Now there's a look inside the Capitol Ice Complex, south side of Bismarck, the Wachter Arena. It's your home tonight for WDA Boys Hockey as we get set for the Century Patriots and the Minot High Magicians. And that's become a pretty good rivalry between these two teams over the course of the last few years. Minot 1-0 in the season, just one game under their belt. They defeated the Mandan Braves on their home ice at the Mesa Arena, and the Century Patriots, their win is a JV win against the Hazen Beulah Stars and a couple of losses to EDC teams. So that sets the stage for what should be a good one tonight on the PSP Network. Hi again, hockey fans, alongside the Minnesota Duluth Bulldog Hall of Famer and NHLer for the Chicago Blackhawks and the Philadelphia Flyers, Mike Peluso. Todd Domres joining you. Good to have Aaron Wald running the cameras for tonight. It's our executive producer, Chuck Claremont, in the house as well. As Mike, we get set for hockey, a little different venue tonight. I was talking to Coach Willard before the game time here, and it's the first time Minot has played Century in this barn. They've played Bismarck High here a few times, so imagine I'm certainly not accustomed to this. But I guess from your perspective, as far as the Bismarck team goes, is this almost as good as home ice? Is it still home ice, I guess, from that standpoint?
It's still home ice for Century. I mean, they're pretty familiar with this place. They played enough, growing up in here now, and as a coach, we tried to adopt this as our home facility, and just, a few things fell through the wayside, and, with a third team, coming in the future or whatnot, it kind of put it on the side burners. But again, it's a south side rink. They've done some nice work to it, and it's nice and bright.
Yeah.
Love it.
It is. The lighting in here is excellent.
Yes.
A lot of white. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change. We've got lots to get to. Minot's had the better hand in this matchup recently. They've won 7 out of 10. They split last year. Minot winning here on Century's home ice, and Century returned the favor back up in Minot. Minot leads the all-time series 72-43 with 5 ties in this being the 121st meeting between these two hockey clubs in the WDA. It's time now for our player profiles. First off, let's take a look and talk about a young man that he does a lot of heavy lifting for the Minot High Magicians. And that's none other than junior Mackley Morelli, is an all WDA All-State performer, and a kid that you talk about guys that have heavy shots and can put the puck in the back of the net. Mackley's as good as they get in the West region. Yeah, Mac can shoot it. Again, another kid that I've had the privilege of being on the bench with, Team North Dakota. Morelli's a hockey name. I mean, let's rewind the clocks back to his grandfather playing up at UND, and then you've got his dad that also played there and also a member of the PSP network, and just a great hockey family. And he's a good kid. He's a quiet kid. His dad might tell us otherwise if we were to ask him, but when I've had him on the bench, I mean, he's very receptive to everything you tell him. He nods. He takes it in. He's quiet, but I love the way he plays. Absolutely love the way he plays. He's hard on the puck. He's hard to knock off the puck. He's got a nice base. I mean, you look at him from up here, he's a big kid. He's going to grow into that even more.
His brother's a great little hockey player as well, playing in the American Hockey League, getting a chance to hopefully put an NHL sweater on with the Vegas Knights here at some point. But just overall great hockey family.
Well, and he's 5'10", 165 pounds right now, and as you said, I think that's a pretty good frame for Mackley to grow into. And man, he's up for 73 points in his career now. So what I want to ask you about that is, how in the world did you score 99 points in one season?
I tell everybody I had a winger that scored 98. Yeah, you know, I've been asked that lots, and I'm not good at math, but I know it's slightly over 4 points a game average, and I actually think back on that. I don't know if I could duplicate that again, to be honest with you. You got to have a lot of things go right. Oh. You know, you got to be in the right frame of mind day in and day out, and you got to make things happen. And we had a good hockey team too. So, you know, a lot of that credit goes out to the Mitch Viggs, the Justin Thiels, the Mike Showers, the Jason Fishers, the Jeremy Ashine. I mean, we just had a team that was just so full of talented individuals, and they made my job easy, and I was supposed to score goals, so it was kind of easy for me.
Mackley, of course, got off to a good start the other night in Minot's win over Mandan, had a goal and assist, 2 points already on the season for number 21 for the Magi, Mac Morelli. He's our player profile. Now let's turn the slate to, hey, you want to talk hockey names? Let's give you a look at Charlie Vigg. I mean, we're going Morelli to Vigg. I mean, we didn't go too far down the totem pole tonight.
No, it's pretty good for me because, you know, I played with his dad, obviously, so and played against his dad. And, you know, we'd have war stories that could go on forever. But, you know, another young individual that I've had the opportunity to be a part of, you know, coaching a little bit on Team North Dakota. I've actually been on his outdoor rink in his backyard a bunch of times, you know, when they were even younger. But you know, very talented kid. He's very competitive. I think that's something that a lot of people wouldn't know. You know, when I was, you know, coaching him, just watching his demeanor every time he came back to the bench. I mean, he wants to make plays. He wants to score goals. He wants to be involved, and you don't always find that in kids. You know, we talked a little bit about, you know, trying to tone kids down a bit. And he's going to have to find his comfort spot, you know, where he can't get frustrated. I know he's going to try to do too much, and that's just normal. And I tell you what, I'd much rather have a player that's going to try to do too much than not do anything. So, you know, he's got a bright future. I can see him, you know, playing junior hockey here in the very near future, just like his brother. And, you know, just very talented family, good people. Very smart family. All these kids are buzzing about 4 point, whatever the highest thing you can get on there. So they lap me by a triple just in their grade point average.
I'm sure that comes from Mom, who's a teacher.
Oh,
right?
of course.
Not from our colleague Mitch.
Unfortunately, right? Mitch was very individually talented in the classroom as well. In fact, he made it look too easy, which kind of ticked me off, to be honest with you.
We see we've been harping on Lane a little bit. Now we get a little for Mitch Vigg. Yeah, it's just what we do, folks. It's what we do. Charlie, I thought you made a great point about Charlie the other night. Hey, we're only a couple games into the season, but he hadn't got one in the back of the net yet, and he kind of got off the schneid the other day against Davies.
Yeah, and I'm sure that felt good. I mean, I know he had a lot of chances in the first game that he played, and he just didn't find the back of the net. And I think the biggest thing to tell any young hockey player, you know, hey, if you're getting the chances and they're not going in, that's fine. But if you're not getting the chances, then we got to address it and make a change. But he's a kid that's going to get the chances. He works so darn hard that if you don't get the chances, something's wrong.
It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, and there you got to look at a couple of the key guys that you'll be hearing a lot about tonight. Charlie Vigg for the Century Patriots and Mac Morelli for the Minot Magicians. Should be a doozy tonight from the Capital Ice Complex. Minot 1-0, Century 1-2, an early season WDA contest. When we come back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll catch up with head man, co-head coach for the Magicians, and that is Jordan Willard. We got that when you come back on the PSP Network.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Hey, we're back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can find them online at VIOC.com. Getting set for the Magi and the Patriots tonight. Pleased to be joined by co-head coach of the Magi, Jordan Willert. And I guess first question, hey, how's the new assignment going now, bumping up on the bench to the head coaching role?
Yeah, I mean, it's super fun. Bennett and Grubb have been great, and, being a co-head coach with Bennett is, unique in itself, but they're allowing me to kind of have some reins on some things and, try some new things that I've wanted to try, and, it's been really exciting. So I'm happy and excited, and we need to play some games. We're how many weeks into the season now, and we played one, so excited to get rolling here with some games.
I was going to ask you about that. I know you bleed the maroon and gold, but you're probably getting tired of seeing the maroon and gold in practice, and it's time to score off against somebody like the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to our kids about that. Like, you hammer on each other for so long, and then being able to go and put it into play, your practice, and just excited to see the fellas come out and play. And it's nice we get after it tonight, and then we get after Saturday, and then Tuesday, and then Thursday, and then Saturday, and then Tuesday. So it's a lot coming up here really quickly, and just excited to see the guys put what we've been working on in practice, and hopefully we've gotten better and be able to evaluate from there.
And tonight, obviously, you guys have played here before, but first time on somebody else's ice, somebody else's barn, and I guess what do you guys need to do to be successful tonight?
Well, we were actually just talking. This is the first time we've ever played Century here. Usually the VFW for most Century games, but it's a WDA road tilt against one of the best WDA teams there is. So, it's important to keep things simple and, be physical, be fast, play to our systems. I think in games like this, sometimes there's a lot of emotions that play into it, and, just staying within ourselves and doing what we need to do and worrying about ourselves. And, it's usually the little plays in these games become the big plays. So get pucks to the net, get bodies to the net, make sure you're taking care of your assignments. And, at the end of the day, have some fun, work hard, and, play for each other.
All right, last question for you, Jordan. Hey, the never-ending thing with a hockey club is you got sicknesses, you got injuries, you got things that you're shifting around with the lines. So talk about the health of the team coming in tonight, and then just some of the changes that you and the coaching staff having to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're doing all right. We had a kid come down with a little bit of illness. We've had a couple broken bones in some key positions here early in the season. Whether it's in practice, one of them
happen from a game and then into practice. But that's kind of the thing here is, we have some depth on our hockey team, and we bring up a certain amount of kids to a varsity practice to be able to kind of roll through those. Obviously, we would love to have those kids here. They're big parts of the hockey team, and we're going to miss them at those spots. But that's kind of the nature of the beast with sports, right? It's things happen, and whether they're big things, little things, whatever it is. At times, it's got to be the next man up. And, I hope that we have some kids answer the bell tonight. And I also hope those kids speedy recovery so that we get them back soon. So
that's hockey, right?
It is.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Coach, thanks for the time tonight. Best of luck.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks,
all right,
guys.
That's head coach Jordan Willards. We'll be back with more of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this timeout on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Todd Domres, Mike Peluso back at the Capitol Ice Complex, the Wachter Arena, south side of Bismarck, getting set for Minot High in town to take on the Century Patriots. Let's talk a little bit about Minot High. The co-head coaches, Jason Bennett and Jordan Willard, taking over for Jason Bennett and John Grubb, who were the WDA Coaches of the Year last year. And they returned their top scorer, Mac Morelli, but they lost 4 of their top 5 from last year, including All-Stater and WDA Co-Senior Athlete of the Year, Jackson Bradley. So, it's no surprise, right? In WDA hockey, you're replacing kids, and you're getting to introduce some new kids into the varsity lineup, and that's exactly what it looks like Minot High has done. And they got some production, obviously, putting up 8 goals in their opening game win over Minot.
Oh, absolutely. You watched the JV game here prior to the game that we're going to be doing, and you watch throughout both Century and Minot. There's a lot of kids getting reps there that are going to end up playing varsity hockey, maybe even this year. And that's where it builds. You got to have a good JV program in order to have a good varsity program down the road, and both programs do a good job.
Yeah, and Century probably the same thing. They lost a lot of their defensive crew. Max Vague, Carter Heck, Tyler Kleingen, Mason Riegel moved on. And so now the difference is Century returns 5 of their top 6 scorers, but they don't have too many guys back in the defensive zone. So that's something that Coach Olson mentioned again today when we get a chance to visit with him in a minute, is they're trying to keep care of that defensive zone.
Yeah, I would imagine that was on their docket on Monday in practice to maybe shore that up a little bit and just kind of keep things simple. And I'm sure that's what they're addressing is, don't try to do too much and make the simple pass. It's one pass and out of the zone can save you a lot of headaches.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, fans, time now for our goalie matchup. Brought to you, as always, by Planet Pizza. No pizza like it. Try the Blue Buffalo or plain cheese at Planet Pizza. They've been serving the Magic City for 25 years. If you're hungry, call them right now. 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Blaze Ostrom got about half the starts last year for Minot High. It's off to a good start this year, 1-0. And Hoyt Jubel started just about every game last year for Century. They mixed in Jaden Kleingen a couple times. I guess, what do you like about, we've talked a little about Hoyt already. What do you like about Blaze Ostrom?
Well, the little bit that I've watched him, he just kind of squares up to the puck and, basically lets the puck, hit him. I mean, that's all you can ask for. You don't want to overcommit, overplay, pucks and just keep things out in front of you, and that's kind of what he does.
And Hoyt Jubel, the senior now, both these guys seniors, that's kind of becoming how do I say this in a polite way? When you get seniors, that's got to be nice as a coach, but there's a lot of these kids that, man, when they get to their junior year, if they're looking to go and play a Division I type of hockey, sometimes those are the kids that are moving on. So as a coach, you kind of have to relish the fact that you got some 12th graders in your lineup.
Oh, for sure. I mean, North Dakota's got a little different makeup that way. You look across Minnesota's rosters, all you see is juniors and seniors on the whole team. Where North Dakota hockey, you see a lot of freshmen and sophomores, but certainly if you can keep a kid around in your program for all 3 years, that's a pretty good bonus.
There's your goalie matchup tonight, and both those guys, there isn't the projected goalie matchup, it is the goalie matchup tonight. Blaze Ostrom and Hoyt Jubel, senior, for their respective clubs. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can find us online at VIOC.com. We'll catch up with the aforementioned head man in his 19th year, head coach of the Century Patriots, Troy Olson, coming up next after this break on the PSP Network.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country, we know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Hey, we're back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. Getting set for the Century Patriots and the Minot Magicians tonight. Boys WDA Hockey. Pleased to be joined now by the head man of the Century Patriots, Troy Olson. And hey, Coach, get a play and walk through tonight. Capital Ice Complex. Nice little change of venue.
It is. I think we get 3 times down here, TD, and I like it, man. I like the rail and I like the venue. It's a good spot to play.
And it's always a good matchup when the Magi come to town.
It is. It is. It's good and bad. We play them this early, you know. It's early for both of us, but you got to start sometime, so let's get her going.
You've had this exact same schedule for a couple of years now.
You
play them early here, and then you play them right again at the beginning of the year.
Yep, and then this one, it's one of those years where the dates haven't rolled over yet, so it's the earliest we go.
Yeah.
So then I think next year we go late again, but yeah.
So you guys got a couple games under your belt, couple against these teams, and I guess what have you learned so far that you've been working on in this last couple days of practice?
You know, I like the effort we're bringing in practice, and I think we're getting better bit by bit, and it's still early, and you'd like to see improvement gradually, right? And I think I'd like to see a little bit of that transfer to the game sheet here.
Yeah, it's early, so you don't want to be playing your best hockey in December by any stretch of the imagination. So if there's a couple things that you guys need to do tonight to have success against Minot, what would they be?
We've been working a lot on the front of our net, and our D-zone play. We got to do a better job of taking away time and space and getting sticks on sticks in our D end. We just too many extra chances at the puck.
In early season, I mean, you're still trying out things. You're switching line combinations. You're working on D pairs. You got illnesses. You got sicknesses. I'm sure that's just hockey, right?
It is. Everyone goes through it, and so you don't want to feel sorry for yourself too much. You just got to next man up. And like you mentioned, it's still early, and there's still a lot of competition within our team for these spots, too.
Hey, home ice tonight. Good luck, Coach.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Troy Olson. We'll be back with more of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this timeout on the PSP Network. Back at the Capital Ice Complex, our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We know you're busy. When you visit our service centers, we don't waste our time or yours. Our technicians can typically perform an oil change in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can find them online at VIOC.com. Quick look at the WDA hockey standings. Hayes and Beulah still leading away, now tied up at the top. A four-way tie. Dickinson, Jamestown, and Legacy all with 6 points apiece. Minot and Century kind of in that middle of the pack. Mandan, Williston, Bismarck, and Bottineau rounding out the WDA standings right now. Of course, you got Minot at Century tonight, our PSP game. Legacy is at Dickinson. Williston at Hayes and Beulah, and Mandan at Bismarck High School tonight. There's your games we'll be tracking on that BNC National Bank scoreboard. All right, so we talked about the offensive or the defensive zone for the Century Patriots. Mike, if you had to key or two for the Magi tonight, what would those possibly be?
Well, that would be definitely get pucks in down deep and put a lot of pressure on their D and try to sustain that pressure. Get them running around and, get as many pucks to the net as they can, a lot of traffic.
Lineup's being introduced right now. Minot's going to roll out there these first 5. Easton Panasuk is a left winger. Tegan Strand, a junior, is your center. Mackley Morelli is the talented right winger for Minot High. Aiden Deal and Jackson Radke, your defensive pair. And then in the net tonight, as we mentioned earlier, the senior Blaze Ostrom is the netminder this evening for Minot High School. For the Century Patriots, the home team, you're going to have Ben Leduc. As Coach Olson switched up these lines a little bit, he had Vig rolling with Leduc and Ronas, and now he's has Hayden Ritter centering that line with Caden Ronas as a right wing. Tanner Sorensen and Gabe Dawson are your defensive pair to start. And in net tonight is Hoyt Ubel. This one should be a good one. We'll drop the puck and get the action started from the Capital Ice Complex in South Bismarck. Face-off between the Magi and the Century Patriots coming up next here on the PSP Network.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
To put a wrap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show tonight. Man, I was up at the Ottawa Street location, and they take care of you, folks. 15 minutes and less, and you get a full-service oil change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can find them online at VIOC.com. The Magi in their road maroons tonight. Traditional gold, a little bit of outline on those white outline on those gold numerals. Century, the home whites tonight. Red numerals, navy outline. These two teams have played some good games in recent years. And we expect nothing less tonight. Man, we got to do a shout out early tonight. John Willard tuning us in tonight from Florida, listening and watching the PSP Network. Strand and Ronas, puck drop, and we are underway from the Capital Ice Complex. Quick shots fired wide from the point by Jackson Radke. Minot High with some zone time in the slot. Strand will fire. Panasuk sends it out to the line, and a shot in wide deep. Minot High scrumming in the corner. Century will look to break it out. Ronas had a stick on it. Played out of there by the D of the Magi. Back comes Morelli. Centers it. Panasuk. Morelli shoots. Score! top shelf for Grandpa Fred hides the good stuff.
Well, that didn't take long. Makes our player of the game look pretty good.
Get a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Just a simple play. You get it into the zone, and all of a sudden, as you said, Morelli just kind of picks his spots, right, Mike? And the next thing you know, he's standing wide open in the slot, and he buried it tied top shelf.
Well, he made a great play entering the zone. Obviously, with the pass to the middle of the rink, he puts the puck towards the net, and Mackley knows where to go, so he picks her up and puts her where he needs to put it.
Panasuk and Radke have the assists and an early goal already tonight for Minot High. They're on top 1-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century will pop it out to center. And now motoring in. Oh, what a move. Here comes Charlie Vig. Shoots! Scores! My, oh my. Light the scoreboard up here, folks. How about our player profiles?
That's what I said. We know how to pick them.
There's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Century got in their own end, and the next thing you know, you pop it off the boards, and it come right onto the stick of Charlie Vig. How about this move? Whoop. That's big time right there. Charlie Vig ties the game at 1. Two goals in a minute and 20 seconds. Battle at the D line of Minot High, and then now they come flying into the zone. Jersey Bentz a little bit offside there. And the faceoff will come out to center. Mike, you and I mentioned this the other night, so you got a better perspective on this. How important is that last change for the home team?
Well, in a game like this, it's probably pretty big because obviously you're going to want to try and key on Mackley's line, and you're able to get the guys that you want out against him, where if you're up in Minot, all of a sudden they can slip him out against a group that you don't want him out against. So it's big.
Coleman will play it in. Bounces off a Century player. Jace Lemon had a stick on it. Here comes Century. Hayden Ritter. He'll fire and a glove save. First save of the night for, hey, 2 shots, 2 goals. So we finally had a save, this time for Blaze Ostrom.
Yeah, but going back to like Vig's goal, I mean, obviously there was a turnover at the blue line with the Minot's defenseman, and he picks up the puck and makes a great move on the other defenseman, and hey, it's a 1-1 hockey game.
15:08 to play, first period. BNC Bank scoreboard, 1-1. Minot and Century tied up here on the south side of Bismarck. Radke will play it. Brubachen in on the chase for Century. Deal has a stick on it. Pushes it out, kept in and pinched in by Charlie Vig. Century trying to establish some zone time. Puck pops straight up in the air. Played with a hand pass there by Deal. And it'll be a break in the action and a defensive zone face-off here for Minot High School. To the stick side of Blaze Ostrom. Minot High wins the draw. Centered around Radke. Chips it out to center. Vig had it in his skates, and he'll turn it back. Deal will play it ahead. Minot High looking to an entry to Mackley Morelli. Jackson Swan has it. Loses the stick. Now here comes Strand. Looks to center it out front. Now a bouncing puck in the slot. Steered away by Century. Back to the other end. Almost an icing. They wave it off. Brubachen plays it. Minot High has possession. Look to an outlet to Strand. Couldn't get it. Century's Jackson Swan steers it back. Minot High. Radke pinching in. He's tangled up with Gabe Dawson. Ooh, big hit. Radke takes down Dawson. Bodies flying already here at the Capitol Ice Complex. Freeling overskates it. Bentz in the action for Minot High School. Stalemate at center. Still a bit of a scrum right in front of the Century bench. Usually you see that in the corners, right? Bentz will retreat and collect. Slams on the brakes. And now he comes out of the zone. Avoids a back check from Freeling. Bent's shot tipped wide. Rigliasto will play it for Century. Kept in by Schmeichel for Minot High. Schmeichel tries to send it deep. They're not afraid to hit each other tonight either.
Well, I'm guessing it's going to continue to get more and more physical as the game wears on.
Richardson fires a shot that was tipped. Minot High back to the line. Schmeichel sends it back in deep. Brock Manson kept it in nicely for Minot. Century can't escape his zone. Richardson keeps it in. Century pops it down the ice now. This is going to be an icing tonight brought to you, first icing of the night, brought to you tonight by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. Enjoy professional treatment and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. What do you think of the pace?
It's not bad. It's interesting how these games work. It's almost like they go into them like, what can we get away with by, how hard do we really have to go? And then all of a sudden you get punched in the face a couple times, and then it really turns into a hockey game.
Carter Coleman scrumming for Minot High School. Now it comes out to center. Ritter sends it in for Century. Ben Leduc flying in, played by Coleman. Popped out to the line. Century's Dietrich Melander pushes it in deep. Gabe Dawson looks to hold the zone. He does. Flip back in by Ritter. Century's now looks like they have a mini change as Minot High has possession. Looks for a quick outlet. Can't get it on the stick of Carter Coleman. Century back in the hands of Ritter. Ritter's bodied up. Tangled up there with Jace Lemon. Oh, now we got a stalemate on the near side half wall. That's not the half wall anymore, but it's on the center ice wall. Oh, nice stick there by Century. And here comes motoring into the zone, Dawson Lentz. He got a heavy shot. That one blocked nicely by Jace Lemon. Centering pass out front. Lemon got a piece of that one as well. Back out to the line. Sorensen keeps it in. One-timer. Ripped by Brubachen. That's wide. Bodies flying again down below the goal line. Sorensen cranks a shot. Brubachen tries to look for somebody on the post. And Minot High just said, let's relieve some pressure. Let's send one about 15 feet over the Magi bench.
Probably not a bad idea, but just like we talked about here just a little bit ago, I think as this play continues to go, it's going to get a little more intense, a little more physical, a little more bumping and grinding. So it's kind of getting that way now, and we'll see what happens.
I've been waiting all year, Mike, for Top Shelf where Grandpa Fred hides the good stuff.
I like that one. That's good.
That's an original, too.
That is. I was going to say I haven't heard that one.
Well, I don't think anybody else is probably going to do that unless they got a grandpa named Fred like I do. Actually, a dad named Fred. Oh, there's a point-blank chance for Dawson Lentz. Blaze Ostrom up to the task. Just inside that right circle. Lentz had a good look.
Yeah, moving these three together on a line. I mean, this line gained a little height right now.
Minot High tries to wrap it out of the zone. Kept in there by Century. Melander, sent out front. Lentz couldn't get a stick on it. Vig tries to hold it in. Oh, here comes Minot High. Mackley Morelli entering the zone. Spins, nope. Shot went wide. I think he was trying to pass that. It actually tipped and it almost got on net. Now bodies flying again. Now Century's got numbers. Here they come, motoring into the zone. Now a tip and a drop. Oh, they leave it for Charlie Vig, and they lifted a stick at the very end of that. Now Vig is down. He flew into the boards hard. Morelli comes back, tries the toe drag, goes around the defense, shoots. Oh, what a save.
No, too.
Now you got a mini power play as Vig is still down. Shot goes wide. Century will send it down, and Vig just taps that out of play. I couldn't tell. I mean, it was a great play by Century. They dropped it, and then they fed it across to Charlie Vig, and I think he got his stick lifted at the very end of that.
Yeah, and then the sticks kind of got tangled up together. The feet got tangled, and he crashed into the boards. I'm guessing he's got a little bit of a knee bruise there, and we'll see. Hopefully, he can shake her off here and get back out here.
Yeah, and he right now is over in that Century bench, getting some attention from the Sanford Orthopedic and Sports Medicine staff. Sorensen will pop it in for the Patriots. Played behind the net there by Minot High's Cole Richardson. Minot will nudge it out into the Century zone. Back deep is Jangula. Corralling. And sending it around to Sorensen. Sorensen plays catch with his D-man. Now back to Sorensen. Minot High's Finley Bentz banging into people. Freeling on the far boards. Schmeichel. And knocked into the zone by Century. Bryson Hansen threw it in. Now Melander will carry it in. Now he centers it over, and a shot by Ritter. Tipped in front. Didn't ever get to Blaze Ostrom. Minot High back out to the center ice red line and right back in deep for Century. Leduc and Ritter trying to gain possession. Held in, sharp angle shot from the right wall by Century. Ooh, right through the blue paint. Ritter tried to get it out, and now Century retreats quickly. Minot High looking to attack. Bentz and Carter Coleman. Bentz has it near the blue line. Kept in the zone. Bentz weaving through defenders. Got knocked off the puck. Back out to Lemon. Century on a change. Bentz, little hip check there from the near side wall. Minot High plays it in deep. Ben Holland, talented sophomore. Couldn't get anything going underneath the net. So Vig's right back out there. He's steaming into the zone. Oh, look, back post to a streaking Brubakken. Couldn't connect. Morelli lost the handle. Minot High will carry out. Oh, there's some hitting going on. As Andrew Coleman got dislodged. There's guys putting people in the crosshairs. Now you got a little 2-on-1. Now a 2-on-2 after a quick change. Flying in is Lentz. Wrigley Astle couldn't get a rebound. Another save by Blaze Ostrom. Oh, we're not putting the shots up here tonight, I see, Mike.
No, we're going to have to wait till in between periods.
Century centered it, nobody there. Oh, now Minot High overskates it a bit. Astle couldn't do it, and now another guy hitting the deck. Magi and the Patriots, folks.
It's going to get better.
Oh! We're going to have some highlights of hits. Ritter looks to center, tip to the corner. Right out front. Century couldn't get a stick on it. Back comes Minot High. Panasuk. Oh, good D play there. Tied up. Oh, watch out, folks. That just about got up to our vantage point. Ritter will dump him in. Hey, I like they're letting him play, too.
You know, I like that. I hope they continue to do that.
Because there have been a couple that probably in some other nights, those people are going into the box.
For sure. I was looking a couple times at the refs to see if the arm was going up. But.
Jostling at center was Schmeichel and Jangula. Jackson Swan plays it out. Aiden Johnson sends it cross ice to Leduc. Ben Leduc comes in, tackled from behind. They're letting them play tonight, folks.
Yes, they are.
Charlie Vig and Schmeichel now battling. Jackson Radke and Vig tangled up. Century has possession out to the line. Jackson Swan didn't whiff on it. Now he gets it over to Lentz. Lentz shot's tipped. Battling in the corner are the Patriots and the Magi with 6 minutes to play here in the first period. We're tied at 1 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century sends it out to the line to Sorensen. He'll carry in, dump it down deep again. Minot High looks to come out on the rush. Finley Bentz still carrying. A little jersey grab there.
Yeah, a little tug on her.
In the NFL, that's called passive interference.
Yeah, it is. But like we talked about, bend the rules, don't break them.
Brubakken tries to play it off the boards back to himself. The defenses are settling in a little bit here.
Yeah, actually they are. And, like I said, it's going to continue to ramp up here. It should be a pretty good hockey game.
Blake Mattson tried to bring it in as a blue liner. Knocked off the puck, back out to center. Tipped ahead, gloved and played, and that time Carter Coleman tried to get it over to Rutlick. And a little hand pass. A little live look in, the Magi. Minute and a half to play up in Minot, leading 66-56 over Red River. in a 1 versus 2 matchup in girls North Dakota Class AA basketball. Good to have Aaron Wall running the camera for us tonight on the PSP Network. Astle will have to come out of the face-off dots. Freeling takes the draw. Century will hold it in. Now a tip puck. Gloved and played there by Hudson Cope. And get another hand pass.
It's the story of the night so far. There's a few of those.
Hey fans, tonight's game brought to you in part by BNC National Bank. Your life's busy. They make managing money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Under 5 to play here in period number 1. Quick early goals from Mac Morelli from Minot High School and Charlie Vig in the first minute and a half of the contest. Now we've settled in a bit. Century will dump it out, or dump it in. Hansen has to tag up. And carrying it out now is Matson. Tries to get ahead to Panasuk, looks to center. Century takes that away. They got a developing 2-on-1 if they hustle. Here comes Leduc. He's got Ritter with him. He drops it for Ritter. Shoot! Oh, 5-0 rebound. Vig, no. Blaze Ostrom falls on top of it. You know, Ryan Family Dealership replay of that action is Ritter dropped it nicely, and Century just about put goal number 2 on the board. It's a great save there by Blaze Ostrom.
Got a little scrambly there, but yeah, they had a good chance on the back door. I believe it was Sean Jackson had the final whack at it.
Century's Gabe Dawson tries to hold the line. Vig plays it and retreats. Melander sent in by Dawson Lentz and now covered up by Blaze Ostrom. Next game also brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Been doing it since 1942. You can find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote. Next game also brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. Century spins it back in with Dawson Lentz. Vig gets a stick on it. Played around the wall to Mac Morelli. Lifted out of the zone by Minot High. Now Morelli's back. Well, they had to tag up, and then Panasuk couldn't get onside as he was in the zone trying to get back and come back in with Morelli carrying it in, and it's offsides on the Magi.
It's a tough one. You know, you got a full head of steam. You know the guys in the zone, but you want to keep as much momentum as you can. But you hope that he can scramble back in time, but a lot of times they can't.
Hey, how about this Schmeichel? We haven't talked about him. Cone Schmeichel. How about that flow?
I like it. I'm working on it. I don't know if it'll get to that level.
Would you say your daughters haven't seen you with hair?
Yeah, they never see me with hair, so I figured this is a good winter to do so. I'm going to turn the heat down in the house. I got to save some money.
Radke will play it.
We got our first power play, I believe. We're getting the Bronx cheer over here. Yeah.
Somebody's going into the box.
Yeah, Century's going on the power play.
It's going to be Adam Rodacker. I didn't see what the call was.
I missed it too.
Okay. We'll get the official announcement here in just a moment. But Century is going to be on the man advantage. 3:10 to play here, first period. Minot gets that PK unit out there.
If I was guessing, it'd be a roughing or something along those lines.
Well, once they start, now they're going to blow a few more of them.
Yeah.
That's usually the way it works, right?
We used to always call it marbles in the pocket. You know, one side of the pocket, one side of the pants gets a little heavy, and then they got to even them out.
Century wins the draw. Oh, looking backside, the back door play to Dawson Lentz. Rodacker, what was the final?
It was roughing.
Roughing? Okay, thank you. Century's first power play, our first power play of the night. Loose out front. Minot clears the zone. Vig will hustle back with Benz closing in on him. Charlie Vig skating through traffic. On the man advantage, here comes Vig. Turns and Burns doing the end around. Leaves it up top to Brubachen. Back to Vig. Sends it over to Lentz. Centering pass to Schulte. Couldn't get a stick on it. Brubachen's taken down. Back on the point to Vig. One-timer.
Ooh, good shot.
Dawson Lentz put that on Nentz. Good save by Blaze Ostrom. Century will retain possession. Lentz tangled up now by Deal. Schulte chasing. Played over there by Carter Coleman and down for Minot High School with 50 seconds on the man advantage for Century. Century gets a new group out there. And Minot High, he was going to get sent down, but a good stick there by Ronas to just save a little time. Now you get a good forecheck here by Minot High School. Ben Holland. Yeah, that's good play.
Very good. Good puck pursuit. Just kind of hounding them, and you got Max sitting out in the middle of the rink waiting to pick it off if it goes right or left. So
Century's Ronas will send it in with 20 seconds on the power play for the Century Patriots. Minot High, however, has other ideas, and they'll send it down. Cole Richardson. That's just about going to extinguish the man advantage, but now Century looking for a quick outlet, couldn't get it. And an icing with 3 seconds on the power play and 1:12 to play here in the first period.
It definitely hasn't disappointed. We've had a lot going on. I mean, there's a little extracurricular going on, and both teams are playing hard. I mean, these are going to be fought, very hard-fought games. They need these points.
Yeah.
So each team, they don't want to just surrender right now, and I just think it's going to get better as time goes on here.
Face off in the Century zone, won by Minot, but now it skips over a stick. And now you got our breakaway shoot score! Andrew Brubachen just gave Century a lead. Man advantage had just ended. Minot High School with a face-off in their own end. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay as there you see the tail end of it. Oh, what a play. What a move to the backhand by Brubachen to finish that one.
It was a nice goal. He's another one of those kids you give an opportunity, especially in that situation. A good chance it's going in the net. And, he turned the Jets on a little bit of a turnover, and away he went.
Yeah, just a little misplay at the blue line. Minot trying to hold it in, and then all of a sudden you had Brubachen coming in alone. What'd you say the other day? Your eyes light up when you have those situations?
Oh, yeah, they get as big as silver dollars when you get in there all alone.
Hoyt Jubel out of the net to play it. 45 seconds to play here, first period. Century cross ice. Oh, now they got another chance. Here comes Ben Leduc with Ronas. He'll center it. Oh, nice play. Nice play by the Minot defense there. Is hustling back. And tipping that away was Easton Panasuk. Oh, Jackson Radke just lowered the boom for Minot High School. Century, and again, Brubachen will fire wide. Went to the stick side and low. Now Century, from just beyond the left dot, puts one on net again. That was Hayden Ritter, gloved and grabbed by Blaze Ostrom. Good finish to the period here by Century.
Yeah, both teams are playing pretty hard. Minot's taking a couple chances, up in the neutral zone that gets them in a little bit of trouble, but at the same time, each team is, they're pushing her.
Minot High wins the draw. Here comes Finley Bentz, steaming into the Century zone. Under 10 seconds to play in the period. Oh, I don't think Hoyt Jubel knew where that puck was.
No, he did not, and fortunately, it was in front of him. He thought it slipped behind him, but that would have been a timely goal right there. Giving one up with under 10 seconds. So
yeah,
big save.
And shooting it from underneath the goal line.
Right.
Just playing it for the ricochet, and Jersey Bentz just about buried one. Draw one by Minot. Quick shot, score! Well, what'd you say? Under 10 seconds to play, and we are now tied.
Those are tough. You got to win that face-off. That's a big face-off at this stage of the game. You lose it back in the net, but I rewind again my coaching days. There was a lot of times I would put kids in that situation at this time of year, and sometimes it worked out that way. It wasn't what you wanted to see happen, but lo and behold, it seems to come back around where that's going to happen again in a bigger game, and you can put that individual back out there, and he wins that face-off, and it's a learning lesson too.
Well, and we saw one the other night. Century got one with 2.7 seconds left. Now with under 5 seconds, Minot High gets the equalizer. Here's the Ryan Family Dealership replay of that draw, as you're going to get it here in just a second, as Minot High wins the draw right on the tape of Jersey Bentz, and he made no mistake. Yeah, here we go. Hopefully we get the whole thing. Draw won by Coleman. Right there on the stick. Bam. There's the equalizer for Minot High School tonight.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. That's early season stuff, and they'll make a few adjustments, as the season goes on, and that all of a sudden that draw is won by Century and the puck's out. And it's just a learning thing. It's not a big deal, but obviously, you hate to see it happen at that time of a period, but that's hockey.
Hey, how about Jersey Bentz? He just about buried that one from underneath the goal line, and then he gets another chance, and
right.
That's called being opportunistic.
Yeah, when you look at it from that side, that's a very, very good way to shake off a close call, and all of a sudden get another chance and put it in the back of the net.
Thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing you those replays for 50 years. Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Second intermission, or check that, first intermission, end of 1. And our Magic Towing intermission report comes up next here on the PSP Network. Been a doozy, just like we thought. 2-2 on your BNC Bank scoreboard, end of 1. Our intermission report comes up after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz.
I pick Hunter Lipke. Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team. Like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Todd, Domres, Mike Peluso back at Capital Ice Complex, the Wachter Arena. It's our Magic Towing intermission report. Remember the number and call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. A little bit of everything. Couple early ones, couple late ones, couple hits, couple saves. A lot of good stuff in that first period.
We had a lot going on, actually. Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good period. It was an entertaining period. You know, there was just, like you said, there's a lot going on. Kids are getting after it a little bit. There's obviously that little extra, you know, emotion with the being a rivalry game, and And certainly neither team wants to give up these points. This is a big game for them.
Here's a look at our upcoming week on the PSP Network. Of course, you got Red River at Minot, girls and boys doubleheader tonight. Wrestling on Thursday, Century at Minot and Legacy at Mandan. Girls and boys doubleheader on Friday night from St. Mary's as the Horace Hawks are in town. Girls hockey on Friday and Saturday. Jamestown at Minot and Davies at Minot. And then boys hockey as the Magi will be back on the air on the PSP Network on Friday as Dickinson and the Midgets come to town to take on Minot High School. There's your upcoming week here on the PSP Network. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media channels of Facebook and Twitter. All right, here's a look at the numbers from the first period as Century and Minot all knotted up here at 2. Patriots outshoot Minot High 12-5 in that first period. Blaze Ostrom with 10 saves. Hoyt Jubel has 3 saves. Century 0 of 1 on the power play. There's your numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership, specialized in training and technology. Nobody knows your vehicle better than the certified techs at Ryan Family Dealerships. No matter what kind of vehicle you own, you can trust your repairs to Ryan Family Dealership. There's your numbers from the first period. A couple highlights for you. Hey, it could have been worse. Well, these 2 highlights you're going to see is a couple good saves. First off, here's a good one on a drop pass, and boy, the Blaze Ostrom just closed up that 5-hole, and then you had, I think it was Jackson Swan, or maybe it was even Charlie Vig, I couldn't tell if it was 13 or 3, standing on the doorstep there, and Ostrom was up to the task. And then, hey, on the other end, here you got Hoyt Jubel. Goes around the defense, shoots. Minot High had a couple whacks at it here. He comes back, tries coming in, and carrying in was Mac Morelli, and there's Hoyt Jubel. He comes back, closing the door, and there's a couple halftime highlights brought to you by Magic Towing here at the intermission break. All right, take us into the locker rooms. If you're head coach Troy Olsen, hey, the defensive zone was much better tonight. Oh, sorry, I had you muted there, buddy.
That's all right. It actually was. It was a lot better than what we saw the first time we did one of their games. So they certainly addressed that Monday, I'm guessing. I think overall it's just the little things, even for both teams. I can't even say just for Century or Minot. It's limiting the turnovers, especially in the key areas, which obviously cost Minot a couple goals. And, you can look at a face-off loss that ended up in the back of the net. Just little things like that. So I think that's all they're talking about right now. I don't think you can fault either team's energy. I think both teams are playing extremely hard. And that's what you want. You can get them to play hard, compete. That's all you can ask for.
And the thing is, hey, the student sections are out tonight. The crowds are here. I mean, this is a good environment for WDA hockey right here.
It really is. It's a nice facility, like we talked about. It's bright. It's kind of got a little bit of energy to it that way. It's certainly a fun place to be, and it's clean. It's just it's new. You gotta love it.
Well, hey man, if they keep scoring like this, we're gonna have to check the bulbs in that Nevco scoreboard here at the Wachter Ice Complex, because Minot gets tallies there from Jersey Bentz and Mac Morelli. Century gets tallies from Charlie Vig and none other than Andrew Brubachen. And so that's top line scoring right there when you read those off. I mean, that's the top 2 lines for both those teams getting production.
Yeah, and that's that should be expected. And again, you count on those guys. You need the Vigs, the Brubachens, the Morellis. Those guys need to be putting points up for their respective clubs, and they're certainly doing it tonight.
2-2 intermission report continues on here, brought to you by Magic Towing. Remember the number. It's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. Put it in your phone right now. 509-4011. 701-509-4011. The boys at Magic Towing will take care of you every time. No job too big or too small. Our thanks to Magic Towing for bringing you our intermission on all of our high school hockey broadcasts. One more break, and we will come back and have some second period action here from the Capitol Ice Complex on the south side of Bismarck. 2-2, first intermission. Back with more after this break on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Two teams have made their way back on the ice here. Get a chance to tell you the BNC scoreboard update here. Obviously 2-2 here on the south side of Bismarck. Bismarck High School at home tonight taking on the Mandan Braves. And first intermission, Mandan leading Bismarck High 1-0. There's your BNC scoreboard update. A couple other games that we're tracking tonight on that BNC National Bank scoreboard, but no reports in so far from Grafton, Park River, West Fargo, Williston, Hazen, Beulah, and Dickinson and Legacy is a later matchup. Yeah, that's at Dickinson tonight, so a little later start in that one, but we'll keep updating you on those other games across the WDA. Thanks to Magic Tony for bringing you our intermission report. And we're set for hockey. Center's going to run that Leduc, Ritter, and Ronas line out there. Minot High will counter with Morelli, Panasuk, and Strand, along with the D pair of Radke and Deal. I don't know, looks like Deal's going to come off. It's going to be Brock Madsen and Cole Richardson to start out for Minot High. Melander and Dawson back there for Century. We're underway. Period number 2. Tied at 2. Century has possession early on. Ritter tries to center it out front. Tip back to the line. Dawson will backhand it in, and here comes Minot High. If they hustle, they could have a 3-on-2 developing. Morelli tried to get it back to Strand, got caught in the Century skate. Kept in at the line by Brock Madsen. Morelli with a stick on it. Turned now by Century, but not out. Now it's sent out to center and down, and they're going to wave off icing. Down to play it is Leduc, but instead Ostrom will send it ahead. Oh, there's a play. Here comes Panasuk. Centers it. Knocked to the corner by Century. Century will wedge it down the ice. Richardson back to play it. Richardson to Morelli. And here comes Mac Morelli. Carrying in. His wrister is tipped wide. Now it just bounces out front. Century clears that away. Outlet pass tipped. Look out. Watch out, everybody. Into the Century bench it goes.
Yeah, Blaine Steiner over there, he should have been the safest one. He's behind the plexiglass, but he actually almost took it off the shin.
He almost got that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
This break in the action brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. You can find them online at northern-plains.com. Face off at center ice. Vig controls the draw. Minot High has it. Popped into the zone by Century. Played back barely by Radke. Spins it around the wall looking for Carter Coleman. Now Minot High chasing it down. Holland couldn't track it down. Turn around, here comes Charlie Vig. Vig wrister right towards that 5-hole area. Cleaned up by Blaze Ostrom. And that comes Minot. Ben Holland has it. Streaking in with him is Carter Coleman. Holland, shot gets tipped. Battle in the far corner. Century to the line, but not out. Kept in there by Radke. Minot High in a change. Right into the action comes Rodecker. He carries in. He's pinballed by a couple of Century defenders. Turning and shooting is Jersey Bentz. Good blocking there by Century, the defense. That's the defensive effort, right? It takes everybody. Sometimes it's block shots. Sometimes it's cleaning things up in the front of the net. And Century's done a much better job tonight. Trying to wrap it around is Schmeichel. Loose in front. Century just going to send that baby down the ice.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. I think it's more of a group effort right now for Century, and I'm guessing they address that. I mean, they need everybody on board. It starts from your goaltender out, and if you can basically eliminate shots from the key areas, especially out in front of the net, you can hold scores down, and that's very important, especially when you get a chance to play against an Eastern school.
Yeah, well, and it's your D got to do a good job, but sometimes it's those forwards cleaning those things up too.
For sure.
Off the draw, shoot, score! Minot High powers one in. Well, I think that was Schmeichel. Yes, indeed. Cone Schmeichel.
They're pretty happy over there on the Minot bench, so
has his second tally of the season. Just a draw on the ball, and the puck ends up floating towards the net. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. There it goes, and Schmeichel. Oh, well, look at that. He was the one who took the draw. And he's the one who all of a sudden finds it on his backhand with an open net.
I'm pretty sure I know what Troy Olsen will be working on this week, the rest of the week at practice, and I'm guessing that's D-zone face-off. So there's a lot, lost coverage is all, and it's early. That's to be expected.
Minot High leads 3-2. Schmeichel gets the unassisted goal here early in the second period. Magi's Rodecker sends it back into the Century defensive zone. Good stick there by Rutlick. Minot High is buzzing a little bit here. Century loses the puck. Schulte back to Gabe Dawson. Around the wall, Wrigley Astle pops it out. Minot drops it right back in. Century good outlet there. Gabe Dawson has it. He will carry it in. Rister steered wide with the stick. Twig save there for Blaze Ostrom. Ronas in for the Patriots. Behind the net to Brubach, and lurking out in front was Leduc. Couldn't get it to him. Good coverage there by Minot High School. Back comes Rodecker. Tries to get it up ahead to Rutlick. Now taken away. Here comes Panasuk. Oh, he tried the deke. Century's Sorensen will carry out for the Patriots. And he sends a shot on net. Gloved and smothered there by Blaze Ostrom. I've had a little bit of everything tonight. I mean, it had some outstanding looking goals. You had some greasy ones. You had some hits.
Yeah, pretty good mix.
A total package. It's like an early Christmas present.
Yeah, there you go. Must be the weather.
Getting a lot of gifts tonight.
Right on.
Stay tuned. We'll get a fishing report in the second intermission.
That you will.
Oh, bouncing puck out in front. Hansen almost had a stick on it for Century in the scoring zone. Melander sends it across ice. Lentz pops it ahead to himself. Dawson Lentz back in Gretzky's office, looks out front, sends it to the far wall. And here comes Mac Morelli. Morelli will just dump it in. Panasuk. Now it's sent out front. High wrist shot there for Blake Matson. Went over top of the net. Century gets it ahead to Charlie Vig. Rolling in, shoots, just wide. Vig look for the top shelf. No, Minot High's got a breakout. They'll send it in front. Oh, and they're offside. That was close to a developing 2-on-0.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went offside. I mean, it really didn't need to. So it was close, and well,
you can look at Jordan Willard right now.
Yeah,
he's like looking skyward, like looking for some divine intervention.
It's a bad feeling as a coach when you see that develop, and then something like that happens.
Face-off out in the neutral zone. Goes to Deal. Plays it to Radke. Whacked in by Radke, and another offside. This time Carter Coleman got in deep a little bit. Too early. 12:19 to play, second period. Minot High, after that Cohen Schmeichel goal, leads 3-2 here in period number 2. Century walls off the Minot Magi momentarily. Jackson Swan joined by Hayden Eckert, his first action tonight. Puck hits the linesman. Minot High had to tag up, however. Sorensen Sends a pass out, and the freshman Eckert will drop it in. Wrigley-Astle back to Eckert. Now Freeling centers out front. Sorensen's got some time and space, fires a wrist shot. Going for the top glove side. Sorensen, and now you got a delayed penalty call here as somebody for Century's going off. Minot I was looking for the arm up. The trail official didn't have it, but the front side guy did, and so Minot High School is going to go on the power play.
Yeah, big power play, obviously, for both sides. I mean, obviously, Minot wants to extend their lead and make it a 2-goal game right now, and Century doesn't want to, obviously, give that up. So this is going to be a battle. You know, it's going to be one of those deals where it could turn the momentum of this hockey game very quickly.
Tripping call. I can't see exactly who's in the box. Is that... Well, we'll figure it out who it is. Maybe Freeling? It's either 2 or 20.
It's 20, but I'm trying to figure out why the face-off is outside the zone here. I'm not quite sure.
Well, they were having a kind of a debate about where they should go with it, but
yeah.
I kind of Yep, Gavin Freeling off. 2 minutes for tripping. And here comes Radke. Radke flips it behind the net. Century tries to clear. Good job keeping it in there by Minot High. Morelli did a good job using his skates to corral that one. Now Panasuk looking for Strand, and he would have had an open doorstep. Back to Morelli. Minot High sets up the man advantage. Morelli leaves it for Radke. Radke will step in, tip shots, smothered and covered up by Hoyt Jubel. Century's going to get a new PK unit out there. Minot High is going to leave their power play group intact. Morelli and Radke up top. That's a couple snipers up at the top side of that power play unit for the Magi. Defensive zone 1, draw, and a fired shot wide by Panasuk. Century's having a hard time with these defensive zone draws. There have been a lot of chances for Minot High off the face-off circle tonight. Now Century will pop one out. Looks like Ronas fighting in. Wrigley-Astle. Now Minot High's got numbers. They're on a power play, and they got a 5-on-3 momentarily. Minot will carry it in. Going around the defense. Panasuk shoots, and yeah. Hoyt Jubel, I don't know if he had the puck, but they blew it dead.
Yeah, you know, Dennis lost sight of it. It's on the far side of the net from where he's standing. So, you know, as an official, I get it. You got to make that call just simply because you can't see the puck. You know, whether he had it or not. I mean, Minot's not arguing it, so obviously it was right there, but...
Minor after game, we'll have our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. That time Century won a draw. Sent it down. Shots were 12-5 after period number 1. Century had the advantage. I think that's closed up now. They don't mark them up as we go here, but now a turnover. Brubakken almost had a stick on it. Minot High still with 30 seconds on the power play. Bentz will work it in. Tries to shift around the defense, still has possession. Sends it back up to the point. Deal back to Bentz. Down deep. Minot High gets it back to Bentz. Holland had it momentarily. Bentz swings it around. Leaves it for Richardson. Holland back deep. Looking. Century has killed off this power play. We're even strength. And a Deal shot from distance, gloved by Hoyt Jubel. So Minot could have taken a 2-goal lead there, but a good kill for Century.
Yeah, that's a big kill for Century. They got to build off that now and kind of get the momentum getting kind of back into their flow. It's definitely shifted here this period for Minot. Minot's definitely put the better of the play on.
Stalemate on the draw, loose puck out front. Minot whacking at it. Rutlick couldn't get much on it. From the doorstep, ripped right back in by Radke. Played by Melander. Century on the far wall. Now we're hemmed in on those far boards. Century had possession. Schmeichel trying to dig it out of there. Now Century has it on the stick of Dawson Lentz. Looking for a breakout to Ronas. Ripped right back in by Minot High. Now Century's just going to ice the puck. Icing tonight brought to you by Minot State. Best way to predict your future is to create it. 100 areas of study at Minot State. You'll earn the degree for the career you desire. 96% of Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. Minot State grads get jobs, period. We got to sit at the VFW. Now we find ourselves standing.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about how we thought that this was going to be a better press box, but I get more interrupted here than I got up there. Everybody that walks by is tapping me on the shoulder and wanting to chit-chat while we're on air.
Brubachen against Deal, looking to center it to Vig. Vig almost got tangled up with Ostrom. Played ahead for Panasuk. And going to be icing. It's icing tonight brought to you by the UPS store, located on South Broadway in Minot in the Marketplace Foods Plaza, and they're there for all your packing and shipping needs. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Call them now at 852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years.
You think we ordered one right now, they could get it here in time?
I think so. Shot off the draw, handled there by Blaze Ostrom. Oh, updated score from the VFW. Mandan has gotten hot. And they lead 5-0 over Bismarck High School. And now we got some extracurriculars after the whistle.
Oh, looks like Minot's going to be down one here.
And cross-check there for Jackson Radke. Send him in the sin bin, and now we've got Century with a power play opportunity.
And those are the tough ones. These are those games where the kids got a little extra, angst in them, so to speak, and they might do something that they normally wouldn't or out of character, and puts Century out on the power play.
Century wins the draw. Look to center it to Hayden Eckert. And the puck pops into the net. How about Century with the freshman Eckert out there on the power play unit?
Yeah, mixing her up a little bit.
Yep. He didn't play in the opening game for the Patriots over the weekend against Davies. Was sick. That's a chance on the man advantage. Brubachen has it, sent out to the line. Lentz up top, Vig couldn't control the puck, and now you got a chance shorthanded for Mac Morelli. He will shoot, good save. Morelli comes in and Hoyt Jubel up to the task.
Yeah, we got a piece of it. Mackley was looking far, glove side, and I think it just clipped his glove.
Got the tail end of that on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Nonetheless, it'll be a defensive zone face-off for the Patriots. With 1:36 left on that man advantage for Century. Minot High controls the draw. Jersey Bentz.
Yeah, he's got his stick caught up in the toque of the skate. That's a bad feeling.
Calmer heads prevailed there.
I'll tell you right now, if I was the guy holding the stick, it wouldn't have been that ginger, I'll tell you.
You might have given it a couple shakes.
Yeah,
or
it would have been. It'd have been the can opener.
It's not every broadcast you can reference a can opener. Oh, man. Here comes Schulte. Looking center ice for Ronas. Ronas has it back behind the net. Tried to center it out, and it skips over the stick of Keaton Schulte. Here comes Minot High's Panasuk. He flies in. Good stick there by Dawson Lentz. Check to boot. Schulte comes back. Pass a little too late that time for Ronas. Down deep in the corner, Century, 55 seconds on the power play. Ritter cannot hold it in. Sent over to Leduc, and Century. I'm confused by that whistle. Were they offside or?
Not quite sure what they blew there.
Yeah, I don't know either. The puck never went into the zone,
yeah,
so.
Not sure what the players are actually doing the same thing. So
I guess we're not the only ones confused.
But, you can add that can opener to your hockey term. That is a hockey term, believe it or not.
I like it.
Yeah.
It still doesn't get referenced very often.
Oh, no. It used to get referenced a lot more back in the olden days when hockey was definitely wasn't no touch, I'll tell you that.
Vig brings it across to Lentz. Century 20 seconds on the man advantage. Out to the line and out. Good stick and a tip there by Mac Morelli. Century just the waning seconds here on the man advantage. Wrigley Astle still has possession, but Century's Eckert was offside. Well, that's just about going to extinguish the power play. But one thing you and I haven't had a chance to talk about, I want to ask you about it, but how much has the technology changed? I mean, from skates to sticks to you name it.
A ton.
A ton?
I mean, it's, I was a guy that could shoot the puck pretty good. We use a lot of wood sticks and whatnot. And then I get into my coaching days, and towards the tail end of my playing days, the one-piece graphite, came out, or composite. And that made my shot that much quicker, that much harder, and I already had a hard one. So, it's interesting. The skates are lighter, the gloves are lighter. Just everything is designed to make things faster.
Back at even strength. Minot High is killed off the Century penalty. Richardson sends it up ahead to Rutlick. Ritter plays it onto the stick of Ronas. Misfires the outlet, looking for Leduc. And tonight's icing is going to be brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Call them now to schedule a move or find a quote. Been doing it since 1942. Find them online at rogerwardmovingandstorage.com. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics. Enjoy professional treatment in a fun, relaxed atmosphere. You can find them at minotbraces.com. Draw to the glove side of Hoyt Jubel in the Century zone. Draw controlled by the Patriots. Played around the wall to Wrigley Astle. Held in by Minot High School's Carter Coleman. Played now by Bentz. Century tips it. And overskating it was Astle. Good hustle there by Coleman. Just about came out of there with the puck. Holland has a chance at it. Instead, Century gets it out, and Eckert and Schulte overskated it. Patriots come near side. Wrapped back in by Deal. He's bodied up by Astle. Coleman gets a lick. Eckert laying the wood there. Deal will play it over to Radke. Wrist shot redirected in front. Now it's flipped right back into the blue paints. Sticked out of there by Hoyt Jubel. Minot looking for a quick return as Century trying to change. Radke couldn't control it. Now all of a sudden here comes Charlie Vig. Vig goes to the backhand pass, shoots, score! Andrew Brubakken on a nifty dime from Charlie Vig. There's your Ryan Family Dealership replay as Minot High just lost the possession as they were in the zone, and then that just turned into transition, and here comes the guy that you don't want to be on a 2-on-1, and that was just a Vig finding a playmaker in Andrew Brubakken, and we're tied at 3.
No, yeah, that was a great play. I mean, again, another turnover, and Century, obviously picks up the puck, and you put it in Vig's hands. He's got good wheels, good vision, hangs on to it, kind of like the Beasley goal with Legacy scored. You get a guy like that, you want him to have the puck there because they're going to hold on to it that little extra second to make sure that pass gets across on the tape in the net.
Draw one by Century. Lentz fires off the draw. That got tipped. Here comes Minot High. Morelli fired it wide. Panasuk looking for a pad rebound on the weak side. Lentz has a stick on it for Century. Tied at 3, 4:15 and counting to play here, second period. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, two good WDA teams here going toe-to-toe. Century exits the zone. Lentz has it. Tripped up by Richardson. Maybe a good hip check. Good stick.
Just enough of them.
Minot High on the far wall will usher it out to center. Melander whiffs on it. Uh-oh, here we go. Minot coming in. Shoot, score! A stick or a puck that just jumped over a stick, and the next thing you know, the Magi are steaming in, and Tegan Strand tallies the goal for Minot High School. Well, it's been a recurring theme on our Ryan Family Dealership replays. It's been turnovers. You saw the tail end of it there as Tegan Strand, a little stick move at the end there, went to the backhand and scored top shelf. And just like that, Minot High comes right back up on top. But it was the play at center. It was just
a turnover at the blue line. Kind of hopped the stick, and he's caught flat-footed. And Minot, the Minot player had some speed and picks it up, makes a nice play, nice backhand goal.
Moved ahead by Carter Coleman. Unassisted goal for Tegan Strand. Strand has his first goal of the season. Good time for it to give his team a lead of 1 here with 3:20 to play in period number 2. Century to the line, Jackson Swan, played in deep by Ritter. Century trying to get it out of there. Instead, it comes onto the stick of Ben Holland. Puck comes out to center, off the skates of Ronas. Patriots collect in their white unis tonight. Radke settles that puck down and sends it right back into the zone. Sorensen out to Freeling. And now Deal will play it for Minot. Oh, now you got Schmeichel. He's flying in. Schmeichel will shoot wide. Did not get that on net. Might have been tipped by a stick for Century. Played along by Jackson Swan, I beg your pardon. Plays catch behind that goal line with Sorensen. Up the wall to Freeling. Sent right back in by Jackson Radke. Radke didn't even have his stick in his hand. He picks it up, and then he gave the business to Freeling right in front of us. 1, 2, 3 guys down. We've got about 6 guys all tangled up right in front of our vantage point here. Finally, Minot High comes out of there with it. Rodacker dropped in for the Magi. Sorensen plays it for Century. Moves it ahead to center. All right, you got guys running into the linesman. There's been a lot of action right about 20 feet from where we're at.
It's all happening right here.
We can see body expressions. We can see
refs diving out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a big they're gonna get one there.
Yep, Wrigley Astle laid the lumber, but looked like he got an elbow up there, so Century's going into the box.
Interference, roughing. I think we could have pretty much run the gauntlet on that one.
Been the trifecta?
Yeah. Take your pick. But I will say this, I'm pretty sure the Minot player is still feeling that one, so guess if you're going to do it, get your money's worth.
Roughing, interference, elbowing, boarding.
Yeah, eye sticking.
Eye sticking.
Yeah, whatever. He could have bingo balled and picked whatever you wanted out of there.
Well, like we said a couple moments ago, Minot High leading by a goal here, and all of a sudden, big opportunity for the Magi to take a 2-goal lead, and if Century can kill it off, there'll be a split period power play here with 1:28 to play in the period. And Century, good stick there as Ritter tipped that pass from Strand and sent it down. Minot gets organized in their own end. And here comes Mac Morelli. Cruising in. Morelli slips it out to the point. Radke will rip. Ooh, blocker save by Ubel. Kept in by Radke. Ooh, good hustle there by Century's Ritter. Get that out of the zone. Panasuk has it. Knocked out of the zone off the stick of Radke. Dawson Lentz flying in, looking for a shorthanded opportunity. Panasuk gets it up ahead. Century keeps it in the zone. Brubakken and Lentz will forecheck, killing some time here. 30 seconds left in the period. Minot High sends it down. If it gets all the way down, nope, they wave off icing. Played by Strand. Strand comes out to the point, but nobody's there.
Whoops.
Radke has the puck, but Minot has to tag up. Now Radke enters the zone, but he had his pocket picked.
Breakaway.
Now you got Brubakken flying in. He shoots wide. A breakaway opportunity down at the lane. Waning seconds of the second period goes wide. Minot dodges the bullet. Century couldn't capitalize on a shorthanded opportunity on the breakaway. And we'll enter our Magic Towing intermission report.
Wow. We just about everything going on there.
Magic Towing brings you our intermission reports. You can call them at 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, serving western North Dakota. A lot to break down after that period. Minot High School leads 4-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Second intermission comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Second intermission brought to you by Magic Towing. Minot High leads 4-3. BNC Bank scoreboard here. Minot gets tallies. Well, I know it was Strand. No, it's escaping me who had the other one.
For
Minot.
For Minot? Man. Yeah, I can't remember who got the other one.
Oh, how can we forget him? Schmeichel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Face-off.
Schmeichel has the face-off goal, and then Strand had the one that put Minot ahead 4-3. Century sandwiched a goal in there from Andrew Brubach in here in the second period. Here's a look at the numbers from that second period. And hey, Mike and I are not keeping track of the shots tonight, folks, so just it would be a different answer, I can tell you that right now, as Minot leads 4-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century is being credited with 17 shots. No, I think I got that wrong. No, Century's got 17 shots. Minot's been, through 2 periods, they've been credited with 10 shots on goal.
Yeah.
They're 10 on 1 power play.
Pretty much, yeah. So I'm thinking it got off a little bit.
Somebody's not keeping track of the shots very well tonight. But anyway, Minot High got 14 saves from Blaze Ostrom. Century with 6 saves for Hort Jubel. Century 0 of 2 on the power play. Minot High 0 of 1, and there's 1 pending. And there's got about 20 seconds remaining on that power play when we come back into period number 3. And this week on the PSP Network, we ran through this before, but let's take a look at it. Tonight you got Red River at Minot and girls and boys basketball. Wrestling on Thursday night, Century at Minot, Legacy at Mandan. Friday nights, girls and boys basketball from St. Mary's against Horace. Girls hockey Friday and Saturday doubleheader on the PSP Network. Jamestown and Davies at Minot on Friday and Saturday night respectively. And then a hockey doubleheader here on the PSP Network. Boys hockey Dickinson at Minot on Saturday night. Like and follow us on our social media channels of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And keep track of everything happening on the PSP Network as we like to promote local athletes. All right. Hey, it was, I'll call it mistakes, but it's also opportunistic probably for both teams, because that's pretty much how we saw every goal in the second period.
Yeah, pretty much every goal of this whole hockey game has been a breakdown, but then the team that picks it up is capitalizing. And that's, again, we're going to talk about it over and over, but it's early, and those things are going to happen. You just got to make sure that, you learn from your mistakes. You just don't want to get too smart. But, it's one of those things. You want to learn from these mistakes early on, address them, change them, fix them, and then once it gets time, maybe WDA time or state tournament time, you don't make those same mistakes that cost you goals.
Now, we mentioned it. It was a broadcasting tease earlier. We said that a fishing report was coming. So here was the look from the landing where you got the dry docked Lewis and Clark riverboat, north looking up the Missouri River. And hey, how's the fishing today?
It was absolutely unreal. I guess I don't know how to explain it. We probably caught well over 100 fish today. We had half a dozen fish that were 23 plus, and just amazing. Like I said, I think somebody sent a memo to all the fish down in South Dakota that the Christmas presents are in Bismarck. Let's go. And they're up here, so it's been great. It's an extended fall. We got kind of short-changed the spring, and we're making up for it.
So, okay, it still has to be cold, right? I mean, it's 40s and there's a breeze, and so your hands got to get a little bit.
Honestly, it's cooler on that water than it would be to be out ice fishing, just because you get that wind off the water. And it's cold, but I'm dressing for it, and so are my clients.
Yep.
When you're getting bit every couple seconds, so you warm up pretty quick.
If folks want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Easy way. Go to my webpage, MikePlusoutdoors.com. That's just the easiest.
Yeah, you want to have a good day on the water right now. I don't know if you have too many open water days, but Mike's going to be up at Devil's Lake ice fishing here pretty dang quick.
Yeah, I'm counting. It's like the Christmas calendar where you X the days until it's Christmas. I'm Xing the days till I got to go to the real work, because that's ice fishing's real work.
How many boats were out there today? Did you
down in my area, there was about a dozen. I heard there was quite a few up in town, but there's fish all the way through the whole river system right now. So if you put your boat in, you're going to catch fish wherever you put it in.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of putting the boat in, what's that process like now? Because I don't imagine there's too many docks out.
There's no docks, so I try to pick one where I can get my clients in the boat, because I got a ladder that goes into my boat from up on shore. And then once I get it in the water, I got to be able to find a place to put it on shore so I can hop out and go park the truck. So it's a little more legwork for me. I've been fishing these docks forever, so I kind of know exactly where to place it, and I can hop off quick and park it. But
sure,
it's certainly not as easy. It's nice to have a dock.
There's your Magic Towing intermission report. Minot High leads Century 4-3. Magic Towing, remember the number and call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or too small, it's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now, 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. Take a timeout, we'll come back. We're closing in on the puck drop here in the third period. Minot High again with tallies in that second period from Tegan Strand and Cone Schmeichel. Century answers with an Andrew Brubach in goal, as Brubach is starting to put up some pretty big numbers here for the Century Patriots. Minot High by 1 as we head to the third period. More after this break on the PSP Network.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Back in our Magic Towing intermission report, Todd Domres alongside Mike Peluso. Minot leading 4-3, getting set for the third period of action. One of the things that you and I wanted to talk about is, it's obviously a topic, and it gets brought up. People ask questions, but hey, you get East versus West in North Dakota high school hockey. You get the East that has, I'm not going to say dominated, but they have had a distinct advantage when it comes to that opening round of the state high school hockey tournament. And so one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, hey, how does a team in the West, how did your teams in the West, how do you neutralize that? How could you neutralize that?
I'm probably the wrong guy to ask that question, to be honest with you, because I've been a part of the state tournament as a coach and a player 13 years in my life. And out of those 13 years, I advanced past the first round 10 of them. So it is a hard question. I know there's a big disparity in it. I think with me and my groups that I coached, or the groups I played with, it wasn't talked about. I mean, we just went about our day, our business. We kind of carried ourselves a certain way. I think it was more of an attitude. I never played into it. I never let our guys at any moment in time ever think that we weren't supposed to win that game. And to coach there 11 years, get to the state title, game 6. I mean, that was a big accomplishment for a Western team. And then, obviously win one. I started to have a complex. I mean, I'd been there 5 times, didn't win one. I was the redheaded stepchild, just not getting it done. And then we finally won the one in 2014, and we made her back 2 more times after that. But, yeah, I think honestly what it boils down to is if you got the right group of guys, if you can get them to buy into what you're doing and not over-consume yourself with what's going on out there. And when you get to that game, it's just another team. It's another. You play your game no matter what. And we did. We built from day one all the way through the season to the last day of the year. And I always said, I want to be playing the last game, boys. And that was what I talked about every day of practice. And they probably got sick of it, to be real honest with you. And I just always felt, let's not get caught up in that. And certainly, it worked. I mean, we had a lot of good runs there, and I think back even on the few games that we lost up there in opening rounds. I mean, they were overtime heartbreakers. I mean, it was just one of to teams that actually eventually won it. So we always seem to be in the thick of things, even when we didn't have, the teams that were supposed to win it. I know a couple times I felt like we were going into a gunfight with a butter knife, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Whether that's scrape, scrap, battle, bite, whatever, claw. But I think it was a mentality thing. I really do. I don't know how else to boil it down, because I get asked that question a lot. And, I look like I really knew what I was doing, but I don't think it was that. I think it was just a mentality and a belief within our groups that we're going to get her done.
Well, and Bismarck High had success. Obviously, Minot has won a couple state titles in 1992 and 2015. And so, hey, between Bismarck High and Minot, that's probably been the high watermark for the West when it comes to the state tournament.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's kind of tough to look at that and know, that state tournament's going on 60-plus years, and it's only been won 3 times by a West Region team. It's pretty remarkable, it was weird because when I left in 92, we lost to Minot in the state title game, and I left, and I was gone playing, and, for how many years, and I coached the Bobcats when I first come back, and then I come back in 2008 and 9 to coach Bismarck High, kind of on a bag type thing, and we end up back in the state final, and that was the first time a West team had been there since I played. So there was a huge gap in time where there wasn't a West Region team there, and then we just kind of made it a standard that we were going to probably be in that game some way, shape, or form, and obviously proud of the 2014 group for finally getting it done. I think when they won that game, that was a huge burden off of so many people that were part of the Bismarck High program for so many years. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's like I said, I'm probably not the right guy to ask, because for me, I never felt like we weren't going to win the first game, and I never felt like we weren't playing in the state title game. That's just the way it was.
It's a mindset, folks. Hey, fans, there's your intermission report brought to you by Magic Towing. Call them now at 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing. 17 minutes on the clock, and we are underway in the third period, looking to settle this one in the West Region.
Oh, we got another penalty right off the face-off here.
Yeah. Minot's going into the box. Carter Coleman. Got a couple quick programming notes here. Appreciate when folks let us know. I covered a kid by the name of Blake Matson in the Dakota Bowl. And I've been calling Brock Matson Blake the entire night. So my apologies. That will get squared away from this point forward. And then somehow I messed up Finley Bentz, too. So got the wrong name on that kid, too. So anyway, apologize, folks. It's now corrected. We're moving forward.
There you go.
Century with the man advantage. Actually, no. It'll be 4-on-4 here for 21 seconds. And then Century will have a power play as Minot was starting the third period.
Guess you could do it. I used to do it when I was teaching school. It was if I didn't know the kids. Hey, kid. Hey, you.
What did you say the other day when you were talking about, hey, what happens if you didn't know a ref's name? Hey, ref.
Hey, ref. Yeah.
Oh, it happens.
Oh,
it happens. Hey, fans at Ryan Family Dealerships, the commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston, or shop online at driveryan.com. Are we trying to figure out how to get a second power play up there,
yeah,
I think?
They're having little issues with that, and just probably goes along the lines of shots on goals. So. It's early. It's early season. We'll work all these kinks out as we go.
All right, we got a player up there.
Got something going.
Yeah. Century's got Wrigley Astle in the box. Minot High has just sent Carter Coleman, as we said. And now we're trying to get 2 minutes up there. Having a little hard time with that. We can tell you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. It's your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Well, now it's like the timeout that isn't the timeout.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well bring the troops over, and Century's going to have 21 seconds here of 4-on-4, and then they will have a minute 39 of power play. So This will be fun. I always like 4-on-4.
Yeah, no, it opens up the ice, and for 4-on-4, you want to get some of your more skilled guys out on the rink. It just gives you more room to operate. It's interesting. You can get kind of bogged down sometimes 5-on-5, and all of a sudden you got, that's why the NHL and those leagues have gone to a 3-on-3 overtime. It's fast-paced, wide open. Let's roll, kind of like roller hockey.
Well, and there's no coincidence that you got Brubachen, Vig, Ritter, and then you look over on the other side, and Minot's got Panasuk and Strand and Morelli, and so I mean that's 4-on-4. Yeah, that's what you're going to roll with.
That's who you want.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I know Jim Peluso's here, so he's been in the rink his entire life. So maybe we should send him over and fix the dang scoreboard.
He wouldn't know how to even turn that thing on. He was more the guy that barked the orders to go turn it on. He had to go figure it out. So, yeah. I'm sure he'll tell you down here, though. He's standing right there. I'm pretty sure he's telling you that they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well,
and they don't, because he's still got it all messed. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I think it's just a problem when you try to put 2 power plays up there. So I think what I'm seeing is that
I think something's locked up on the one side of the scoreboard, so they're just putting it on the other side.
So it might look like on your screen that we got 2 power plays up there, but we don't know what's going on. But anyway, it's 4-on-4 for. Oh, there's a chance right out front as Century won the draw. Brubachen trying to get it to Leduc. Minot had nothing to do with it.
They figured it out. They put 10 minutes up, so they couldn't figure out how to get that out of there.
4-on-4 action for another 3, 2, 1 seconds now. Century is on the man advantage. Vig's going to hold it in. He will step in. Gets around Panasuk. Vig still with possession. Flips it out to the point. Ritter will send it back in deep. Now Panasuk has a chance to clear, and he doesn't. Vig holds it in. Sends it over to Ritter. Century at the man advantage. Shot, rebound, nothing doing. Minot High will clear. We'll see Century capitalize on the power play. Oh, and a turnover. Now you got a breakaway. Steaming in is Morelli. Shoot! Oh, what a save by Hoyt Jubel.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Ryan Family Dealership replay. Well, this is not the way that you want to be on the power play. Century just very loose with the puck. Next thing you know, here comes Mac Morelli. Woo! Jubel with a stick save. Keeps the game 4-3 in favor of Minot High School. Century with a minute of power play here as they get organized in their own end, carrying out as Lentz. Tipped off his stick by Morelli. Leduc will fire it ahead, but too tall, and Ronas was saying that he tipped it, but officials said, no, you didn't. Going to be an icing on Century.
What do we got, 39 seconds on this thing?
Yep. Well, neither power play's been very good tonight.
No,
Minot's 0 for 2. Century's 0 for 2 going on 0 for 3. Doesn't take much, though, to get one. Minot High, the defensive zone of Century, and Century wins the draw. Patriots come out to Brubachen, and his cross-ice pass tipped up in the scorer's box. We have Aaron Wald run the camera for us tonight on the PSP network. Minot leads 4-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 15:22 to play in the contest. 29 seconds to play in the man advantage for Century. Jubel out of the net tries to settle it down. It skims around the boards. Eckert will play it back. Now up ahead to Ritter. Back to Eckert. The freshman comes in for Century. Banged into the glass. Hit hard there by Matson. Out to the line. Vig holds it in. Charlie back out front. Brubachen. Ooh, nice block. Morelli giving up the body.
That was a good play both ways. Vig made a nice play and Mac made a nice block.
Charlie Vig will dump it into the zone. And he was on Century's side of the ice when he flipped it down, so that's an icing. Icing brought to you by Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you at Minot State. Reminder of the game, we'll also have our Sport Clips MVP of the contest. Keep you looking your best. Checking online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Drawing the Century in. Stalemated out to center. Back in where Sorensen tried to play with a glove. Stead slips it around to Dawson. Almost a turnover there as Bentz pinching in. Schmeichel giving up the body for Minot High. And Minot will now ice the puck. Two teams playing it pretty close to the vest right now.
Yeah, nobody wants to make that mistake. And I get it. It's a one-goal hockey game. It seems like every time you make a mistake, it ends up in the back of the net. So it's kind of tightened up a little bit. Everybody's trying to be a little more conservative.
Vig and Schmeichel on the draw to the stick side of Blaze Ostrom. Vig won the draw, but it comes all the way back into the Century, and Hoyt Jubel's looking for an icing.
I don't think he knew that was his own guy.
His own guy won the draw. Here comes Ben Leduc. Vig with him. Leduc tries to center. Vig got tangled up in front of the net. Quickly back. Here comes Minot High's Rodecker. He's knocked off the puck. Century with possession. Try to toss it out to the line, and they get it out of the zone. Century now has it on the stick of Andrew Brubakken. Goes to the backhand. Shuttled to the corner by Blaze Ostrom. Centered out front. Wrist shot. Ronas. The low driver. Pad save by Ostrom again. Blaze Ostrom's gotten better here as the game has gone along. Oh, now both guys are going off. Looks like Ritter and Strand. No, check that. Ritter and Radke. Beg your pardon?
Coincidentals?
Yeah.
See, back in the day, that was good. That would have been 4-on-4. It's no longer 4-on-4.
Yeah, when did that change?
It's gone back and forth a couple times. So it changed in the early days, and they tried it back, and I don't know. They just never seemed to stay. I'll tell you what's really confusing is when I coached Team North Dakotas in the fall, they play a whole different set of rules than high school hockey. It's automatic offsides. You cannot ice the puck on a penalty kill. There's just a lot of things that are just really kind of throw you off, but it really bogs the game down.
Well, Ritter off for cross-checking. Radke off for holding is the official call. The coincidentals. Jackson Swan had a shot on net a moment ago. Ostrom up to the task on the save. Now the draw is stalemated on the near side wall. Minot mishandles it. Century tries to center it. They get it out front. Melander puts a shot, that's blocked. Now Minot High has got a chance. Melander back quickly, bangs into Panasuk. Now Century turns it, and here comes Freeling. Freeling's shot sent high into the glass. Good stick there by the Magi. Now we hem it into that near side board. Century's Melander pinches it in. Back behind the goal line. Played around to the Magi's. Panasuk. Coleman pushes it ahead, but not out. Century centers it. Dawson Lentz misfired, didn't get it on net. Now it's Reese, and he score! The quick return off the back wall, and that's as wide open as net as you will ever find. And Dawson Lentz was there to bury it, and we're tied. Here's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Let's see if we get a look at this. No, I got the very tail end of it. It was a shot that was wide, and that thing just ricocheted off that back wall.
Yeah, it came off quick, and then then a couple guys skated by it. So it kind of just laid there, and Dawson's a big body. He found his way in there and buried it.
Get the official report here. 5:47 is the official time. Lentz has the goal. Wrigley Astol and Ben Leduc with the assists. Goal, a rebound, tip puck, and Century. 2 goals in under a minute has taken a lead. A centering pass. It looked like it was like an outlet just to trying to relieve some pressure. Next thing you know, here it ends up on guess whose stick?
Yeah,
Dawson Lentz.
Kind of cut her across in the bad area of the rink. That would be a Planet Pizza turnover. That's a pizza.
Yeah, it hit exactly the right way if you're a Century fan, and that's not where you want it if you're a Magi fan. Century with 2 quick goals here in the third period. Wrigley Astle and Dawson Lentz do it again for Century. Lentz with back-to-back goals. Astle with back-to-back assists. Now Nylander with a low wrist shot. Right into the breadbasket of Blaze Ostrom. Well, Century's kind of flipped the script here in the third period.
Yeah, almost a carbon reversal of last period. You had Minot that kind of, changed momentum, and now Century all of a sudden has got it back on their side. So I would imagine Minot will kind of, settle in here a little bit, and then they'll start putting pressure on as well. So we'll see what happens.
These two teams have played some doozies. Man, what is it with the high-scoring games between you and I here?
Yeah, we're running out of paper.
Draw is won by the Magi. Nylander can't hold the line. Jace Lemon back there to play it. Popped out of the zone by Deal. Played ahead, Morelli gets it to Strand, looking for Panasuk. Morelli lurking. He plays it on the wall, and now it's chopped into the Century bench. You mentioned this about Mac Morelli in the pregame, but man, he's got a knack for just finding the puck, right?
Yeah, and that's, I don't know what it's hockey sense. They just kind of know where to be. They've been around the rink a lot. They've watched a lot of hockey, and that kind of what happens when you got a guy that just kind of can feel his way through the arena.
Well, and what's impressive about it too is it's kind of like he plays well without the puck.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Century into the Minot zone. Peeled out of there by the Magi. Good stick by Morelli. Now he ushers it into the Century zone. Patriots come out to center to Charlie Vig. He's tied up with Radke. Johnson joins the fray for Century, and the Patriots wedge the puck out of there. Gabe Dawson turns it over right to Morelli. Morelli shoots high over the net. Looking for the top corner on that blocker side. Now a drive. Oh, that got redirected in front. Another rip. Panasuk after the rip by Radke. Now Minot High is tilted the ice. Hemmed into the near side boards in the corner. Here comes Minot right in front. Panasuk's drive is high. Now it's loose around the net, trying to wrap it around Century. Finally gets it out of there. My, oh my. Well, you got somebody giving somebody the business behind the net. Sticks are broken. People are still punching you. It's a Donnybrook.
Yeah, it's a yard sale down there.
We got people banging on the glass down there. It was just. We're going to figure this out. Coincidentals again?
No, I don't think so. I think Century's going to go down a man.
Yeah, I think you're right. That reminded me of giving them the business was exactly my word. You remember Mills Lane, the NFL official, and they had a big fight in an NFL game, and he called the penalty. He's like, 42 was giving them the business.
That's giving them the business.
That's about what that was, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got a zebra convention as sort this out. Be one guy in the box. Be for.
I think they were actually trying to figure out if they were going to give him a double.
Yeah. I don't know. The officials having a conversation with Troy Olson on the Century bench. Well, regardless, Minot's going on the man advantage. We're just going to find out exactly if it's. It looked like it was just 2 based on the initial indication, but we'll get the official call here in just a moment. Minot down by a goal with an even 10 minutes to play. Minot's on the power play. Century wins the draw. Vig wraps it around, pops out. Brubakken. Johnson gets 2 minutes for roughing. No double minor or anything to speak of. Here comes Minot High. Finley Bentz carries in. Parking in front of the net. Oh, there's a rebound off the sharp angle shot by Bentz. Panasuk couldn't bury it. Century will send it down. They'll get a new PK unit out there. That was a good stick by somebody on the defense there for Century.
Yeah, extremely.
Bentz has it again. Same play as he did a moment ago. It goes to the end around. Looking in front, gets it out to Deal. Deal on the goal line. Wrapping a shot in there is Ben Holland. Back to Deal. Now back to Holland. He lost the handle of it momentarily. Century's Ritter has it and backhands it down. Century gets a new group out there. Minot High gets a new power play unit. 45 seconds in the man advantage for the Magi. Can they get the equalizer here on the power play? Carrying in is Richardson. Back behind the goal line, Century right back down the ice it goes. How many seconds does that waste every time you burn one down there?
About 17.
Well, that means Minot High will have a chance for about one more rush. There's about 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Strand, tipped away by Ronas. Ronas is going to carry in. He shoots. Rebound, score!
Hat-trick.
Dawson Lentz. Ronas drove hard to the net. Lentz there to mop it up. Century with the shorty.
Oh, there goes a hat.
There's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Another turnover, and it turned into a breakaway for Ronas. He went to the forehand, saved by Ostrom, and there was Lentz.
Hey, opportunistic in the right place at the right time.
With the tip in.
But you went to the net. That's where you got to go. That's where you're going to get those types of goals.
Century was going to try to run 5 guys out there, but they're still on the PK.
They're still shorthanded.
For another 10 seconds. Lentz has the shorty. Richardson rips it into the glove of Hoyt Jubel. Assist to Caden Ronas, and Dawson Lentz with the Hattie.
I think it was a little tough one on Minot. You got Morelli, which is one of their best players. He never did get out on that power play. He was the guy that was tangled up behind the net that created the power play, and just the way it worked out, he wasn't able to get on the ice. And that's tough.
Century, the power play just expired, and somebody just rammed it right down the ice, and you looked over at Coach Olson, and he was like...
Yeah, you want your guys to be aware of everything. A lot of times they just kind of don't.
Well, Century finds himself up 2. Now you're going to see Minot take some chances. Try to make this a 1-goal game in the final 7:52. Century wins the draw. Melander around the boards to Leduc. Leduc tries to chip it ahead to Dawson Lentz. And Century over the line. Reminder after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. And planning team financial advisors, helping clients work towards financial freedom. I hope you're enjoying the gorgeous weather around the Dakotas these days. Been a feisty environment inside the Capitol Ice Complex tonight. Minot will carry in.
Oh.
Rutlick. Bang! Rylan Rutlick carried it in. And Adam Rodecker just made it a 1-goal game. Here's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Oh. First black screen of the night.
Well.
Apologies to Rodecker. Ace fan. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Well, I'll tell you what. It just it would be that you can't see the replay. I mean, it was a nice play to get it over to him, and even a nicer play on Rodecker. It was a great shot. I mean, he put her up over the shoulder. I'm not sure what they got going on now down here. There's more. The coaches are wondering. You got Ole talking to the ref again here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you had the box open with the door for a second, and they're talking to the scorekeepers. You're talking to somebody.
Yeah,
hey, nonetheless, hey, that's exactly what Minot needed to do.
Well, they did. Now we're up to 11 goals. So you only put 14 on the sheet, so we're running out.
Well, hey, we've had 10, 11, and 11, the 3 games you and I have done.
We've definitely had our action.
There's no defensive hockey when we're around, I guess.
Might be me.
Puck out to center, played by Finley Bentz. And they couldn't get Carter Coleman on side as Bentz carries in. Coleman in the zone. Well, I know one thing, Mike. These final 7:06 is going to be entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends what happens in the next couple minutes, but you got to believe that Minot, if they're still down by a goal, they're going to get the goalie out, and then it's throw everything but the kitchen sink at them and see what happens.
Puck slips into the Century zone, played by Ritter. Ritter will shovel it ahead onto the stick of Ben Leduc. Leduc tries to center it to Freeling. Spun around and pushed ahead by the Magi. Richardson shot is blocked. Century giving up the body. Puck tipped and out. Played back in by Lemon. Century rips it down. Gloved there by Morelli. Back to Richardson. His pass too tall. Century back into the zone, but Brubachen couldn't get onside as Lentz was looking for his 4th.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling it. You can just tell he's got a little more hop to his step tonight, and he's getting his big frame to the right places, and he's a big kid.
Well, I don't think either coach is not going to be happy with their defense and the fact that they've given up 5 and 6 goals respectively, but it's been the plays and the turnovers and the opportunistic, team makes a mistake. The other teams have made them pay tonight.
Yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing is every mistake has ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah. This is but another one there as Jubel came out of the net, and that was danger. As there was Magi lurking. Here comes Strand. Tries to leave for Panasuk. Good stick there by Brubachen. Minot High holds it in with Morelli. Tries to backhand it to Strand. Sent to the line. Kept in and now popped out. Here comes Vig in a race. Back is Deal. Charlie Vig bangs into Deal. Puck kept in by Century. Leduc gives it up. Minot High will turn and burn. Here comes Panasuk. He goes to the forehand, lost the puck. Whiffed on the shot. Leduc checked. Minot High flips it off the glass. Schmeichel converging. Century back. Richardson sent in now by Minot High's Rodecker. Just had a goal a moment ago. Rodecker on the dump and chase. Sticks and bodies fly as Sorensen lost his wand. Back is Ritter. Ritter just rifles one off the glass. Gently bounces out to center. Played by Johnson with a skate. Rutlick overskates it. Brubachen back for the Patriots. Down to 4:35 to play in the contest. Johnson ahead for Century. Aiden Johnson just fires it in. Brubachen chasing, loose, right in the slot. No Patriots around. Now Wrigley Astle has a chance in the high slot. Finally corralled there by Richardson. Turned up the center by the Magi and now dumped in. Ritter will be back. He'll pop it off the wall. Gets it up ahead to Freeling, who gets pasted. Coleman will play it. Ooh, misfires on an outlet there. Looking for Rudlick. Backhanded around by the Patriots. Good body again there by Rudlick. Minot High pinching in with Holland. Now a shot. Ooh, a blocker. That was a tough one for Jubel to see as Coleman got that on net. That was right on our vantage point right there. Oh. Somebody got tea-kettled. Firing a shot there for the Magi. That was Coleman, now Century down in the Minot zone. When you were a coach, when did you like to pull that netminder?
Well, it depended on, kind of how your team was playing too. If you felt like you could get one without pulling them, you'd hold tight. But if you kind of were like, things just ain't happening, then you get them out early. So you gotta, as a coach, you just gotta feel out your guys. And if you're Dean Blaze, he'd have had them out 10 minutes ago. I mean, there's just certain guys that just are way different that way. But for me, I was always I'd read my team. I just what you had to do if you felt like, all right, they just ain't going. Let's do it.
Well, and this what had to be equalizer right there is Finley Bentz made a great move around the defense, and Hoyt Jubel stood up, and now
a little timeout. I think Century took
Century's going to take a timeout. Well, that was going to be my next question. Hey, when do you regroup the troops? And hey, you want to give your big lines a blow too, and make sure that they can play as much as you would like here, potentially in the final 3:05.
Right, and that kind of goes the same way. You got to kind of feel how your team's playing. If you've had a group that you need on the ice, been out there for a while, and you need somebody to take this defensive face off to win it. You might need to give them this break. So you just kind of go off of that as well. And I was another one. I really did not like to use a timeout, to be honest with you. I just kind of like our guys to keep playing and not. A lot of times this bogs the brain down, and they think too much, and that's a bad thing in hockey. You start thinking, and you get yourself in trouble.
Thinking and doing are usually two different things.
Yeah, and in hockey, by the time you thought about it, you're 10 plays off.
Hey fans, here's a quick of that upcoming calendar on the PSP network. Thursday nights, you got a wrestling doubleheader, Century at Minot, Legacy at Mandan. Friday night, St. Mary's home basketball against the Horace Hawks. Girls hockey in Minot. Blue Jays come to town, as do the Davies Eagles on Saturday. And these Magi boys will be back in action at the Mesa on Saturday night, hosting the Dickinson Midgets. Out of the Century TO, be a Century zone face-off to the stick side of Hoyt Jubel. I'm going to kick Strand out of the dot. Looks like Panasuk. Nope. Morelli's going to go in there. Draw one by Brubakken. Radke pinches it in. Onto the stick of Strand. Century defender falls down. Sharp angle shot.
Oh.
Denied there by Jubel. What would that hit?
Something along the wall there.
Don't usually see it pop up like that. Century Sorensen has some time and space and just pops it out to neutral ice. Minot's Deal turns it onto the stick of Morelli. Morelli looks front side, still down by the goal line. Minot high, sends it cross ice. Wrist shot, and Hoyt Jubel takes that one away from Jackson Radke, who had walked into the circle.
That's one of those shots we were talking about on our last broadcast. I used to just absolutely go crazy on my defenseman when he had good momentum, good pressure, and then they go throw one right into the chest, and it just kills the play.
Draw one with the Magi. Radke sends it around the Deal. His low shot, and a wicked shot there put on net by the Magi. Bentz. That was a quick one-timer. Bentz working through traffic, his shot blocked. Finley Bentz still has it. Bentz.
He's got some wheels.
Radke's just banging his stick. He will crank a shot. Rebound, tip, score! Jackson Radke put it on net, and it was redirected. And it looks like Ben Holland was the one who got that stick in there and sent that baby top shelf, and we're tied at 6. Here's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. The shot by Radke, looked like it was Ben Holland.
lot of traffic in front. You know, that's hard to see. Then you get a tip on top of that, so just kind of tough one for Ubel.
6-6. Minute 50 to play. Panasuk right back on net. Slipped that baby right into the crease. Strand was right on the doorstep, but Hoyt Ubel corrals that. 1:41 to play. Century had the worst lead in hockey, right?
They do. They did. They did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's expired, and now Minot High has all the momentum. Ronas gets kicked out of the dot. Century comes out of there with it. Brubakken, ahead to Ronas, and a breakaway, shoots! Oh! Top shelf! A face-off that all of a sudden at center, Ronas got behind the defense.
Yeah, he split them. I mean, they pushed the puck ahead. They picked it off the draw. Got it up the middle of the rink, and Ronas used his speed and got past the D. And big play.
7-6.
We might hit 14 on this sheet yet.
What we're talking about is our score sheet that we have, that we keep track of how many goals, power plays, and whatnot. We only got 14 lines on it for goals.
Yeah.
We're just about there. You'd think 2 touchdowns would be enough.
In hockey, yeah.
7-6. This baby's not over yet. Minot High, Bentz on the attack in the Century zone. Century bodying him up. Holland in there digging. Gets it out to Radke. He's got a big shot. Blocked in front. Rebound shot. Ooh. Denied as Carter Coleman right on the doorstep. Minot's goal is empty. 6-on-5 for the remaining minute 2. Loose puck sent out of the zone by Century. Man, you got a yard sale. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys down.
Everything happening.
Minot drops it back in. Vig collects. Got a bunch of guys in that far wall. Comes out. Shot blocked. Vig got a piece of that, and it sails into the seats.
That's a big block.
Finley Bentz looking to put that on net, and there was all kinds of traffic in front there, folks. I don't know if Hoyt Ubel would have ever been able to see that thing.
Yeah, there was lots of stuff happening. I'm guessing Minot probably going to, yep, they did. They just took their time out.
Yep.
Got to keep your best guys, rested here.
Jordan Willert, Jason Bennett, the co-coaches for the Magi, will call that timeout.
Yeah, and that's that's a staff that's very well respected in the state of North Dakota. All 3 guys are very good hockey guys. I got along with those guys great when I was coaching. We had a lot of good yucks over the years. So, yeah, there's a lot of knowledge right now going. That they're passing off to those kids right now.
Well, and how about the luxury to have a guy like John Grubb as an assistant?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Again, Willer was a Division I hockey player. Grubb was a stud. It's a pretty formidable bench.
Yeah, exactly. As good as you get.
Yep.
Well, game reset. 40.2 seconds remaining. Century gets the goal from Caden Ronas after Minot High had scored 2 straight. Minot's had their net empty for about 30 seconds or so now, so for the final 40, Minot High will be skating 6-on-5. Well, I guarantee you both teams are going to have their top 5 and their top 6 out there.
Absolutely.
For the remaining 40 seconds. Big draw in the Century end. Drawing the skates, punched out to the line. Kept in by the Magi, and Vig tips it, and it's cleared by Century. Is it going to go down? Yes.
For icing.
Just barely crept over that line.
Well, here we go, another all-important face-off, as we found out here earlier this game. These are big right now. This is where you got to win one.
Yeah, you got your two best guys on the dot seemingly all night. Coleman for Minot High, and Brubaken's been good for Century. Brubaken will win that one. Century just going to try to wall that thing up with Ritter. And just pinning it on the boards. Down to 20 seconds to play. Comes out to the wall, now out to the line. Shot by Deal, blocked once again by Vig. Now Century's just going to wedge that thing on the wall, and Century's got a hurt player down as Ritter, did he get caught with a stick or?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Caught with a puck?
I think he's calling a penalty on this.
Looks like Minot High is sending somebody to the box, potentially a high stick. And it's going to be Mac Morelli, it looks like.
Well, that should do her there.
Ritter's up and off. Oh, he looks like he might stay on even. Shaking the cobwebs out. Nobody's gotten into the box yet, so did they call a penalty? Well, I guess you don't have to go to the box with 10 seconds left.
No, he's in there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't. There was a guy just completely blocking him.
Yeah.
Well, now you got to bring Ostrom out for a defensive zone faceoff. So that's, I mean, he's going to go to the net. He's going to go to the bench immediately if they get possession.
If they can. I mean, I'd probably run a wrap play right now, send two forwards hard and see if you can't chip one by the D and get a odd man break. But it's a tall task with only 10 seconds left.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go the length of the ice,
right,
and get possession and somehow get the equalizer.
Right.
Minot High wins the draw.
There's the wrap.
Radke will wrap it around. Century walls that up.
Yeah, they held her up.
And Leduc carries it in, and that's the final buzzer. And a big 3 points earned by the Century Patriots tonight. 7-6 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Century's Ronas gets the winner after Minot High had scored 2 consecutive in the third period, and we'll morph into our planning team finale, put a wrap, and give you a look on our upcoming schedule here on the PSP Network. Final score from the Capitol Ice Complex, the Wachter Arena tonight. Century wins over Minot High 7-6 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Our postgame comes up next after this break on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Oh, that was a beauty right there, folks. Hope you enjoyed it on the PSP Network. Century on home ice wins 7-6 over the Minot Magicians. Century's record levels at 2-2, as is Minot's now at 1-1. Century gets 3 points tonight in WDA play, and it's our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisor is here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. You can visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Minot High led 4-3 entering the third period, and Century stages a huge comeback. 2 quick goals in that period. Got themselves up 2 after the hat trick by Dawson Lentz, and then they hung on as Minot High, they came storming back, down 6-4. Next thing you know, it's 6-6, and then Ronas has the game winner. So we talked about it kind of throughout the course of the broadcast. That thing had a little bit of everything.
It really did, and then it was, the last team that had the puck, basically. It was just who was going to get the last shot to, basically, score another goal. So, yeah, it was a good hockey game. A lot going on, all kinds of different things. And, there were some mental breakdowns that cost each side. But, again, they rebounded. I'm sure both teams learned a lot. And it'll be interesting, when they play the second time this year. That's for sure.
You got that right. It wasn't chippy, but there was hitting.
Yeah, no, it was a physical game. I mean, it's what you would expect for a game like this. But again, a lot of early, things happening that hopefully they sure up as the season goes, and it just kind of takes time. Just like we talked about. Both coaches will be able to go into practice now the rest of the week, and they'll have plenty to work on.
Get you a BNC scoreboard update here, and the other games we're tracking across North Dakota high school hockey. And here's your post-game highlights brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. First off, here was the tying goal for Minot High School. Shot put on net there by Radke, tipped right in front by Ben Holland, and that made it 6-6 with under 2 minutes to play in the contest. Another highlight we pulled for you here. This is a second for a quick return. Century trying to change.
Minot High,
it's another one of those. He couldn't control loose with the puck, and the next thing you know, here comes Charlie Vig. Charlie Vig comes steaming in, little backhand pass to Brubachen for a nice goal there for Century in that second period. So there's a couple of looking for a quick return. As Century trying to change network is. First thing we're going to do here, Mike, we're going to talk about the numbers. As we didn't get official shots, so these are our best guesstimate. They're probably a little light, I think.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It just I mean, both teams are pretty even. I mean, really, when you think back on the game, it kind of went back and forth each way, and the score kind of shows that as well. So
yeah, Century wins 7-6. Minot High outshoots the Patriots based on our numbers, and Century's Hoyt Jubel has 24 saves. Blaze Ostrom finishes the night with 18. Neither team had any luck on the power play tonight. Combined 0 for 6. There's your numbers, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships with locations across Minot and Williston. 5 locations. You can stop in or shop online at driveryan.com. All right, a couple things to take care of here in our postgame. First up, it's our move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country. Jobbers, with locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Well, hey, you have a game winner. I guess that's got to be pretty close to your Jobbers move of the game, right?
That works for me.
Caden Ronas brings you the Jobbers move of the game. Let's get all the graphics queued up here. Here's that Jobbers move of the game winner for Caden Ronas. We'll let this play a couple times because, hey, another one of those pucks that, how does Century come out of there with a breakaway?
Well, yeah, like I said, the headman on the puck, and Ronas got a step on the D. The D kind of both were caught flat-footed, and he split them and, was able to kind of basically go from the blue line in, all alone. And that's a lot of time for a goaltender to think, and when you got a guy like Ronas who shoots the puck very well, he's going to put it in the back of the net.
Well, and as I rewatched that replay here, how about the tip right here by Ronas?
Right, yeah, this was a self-pass.
Yeah.
Just kind of laid it out ahead and skated into it.
There's your Jobbers move of the game winner for Caden Ronas at the right about the 1:30 mark left in the contest. Minot had just turned it up or tied it up 20 seconds earlier. Ronas wins it for Century tonight. There's your Jobbers move of the game. Jobbers, they take care of the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. All right, the schedule, we've mentioned this a couple times, but we've got wrestling on Thursday night, girls basketball and boys basketball at St. Mary's on Friday, Minot High hockey as the Magets play on Friday night and Saturday afternoon, and then the Magicians boys hockey team back on the air on the PSP Network on Saturday night as they host the Midgets. There's your upcoming calendar on the PSP Network. All right, last thing for us, after we get rid of our Jobbers move of the game here, it's our Sport Clips MVP of the contest tonight. Sport Clips keep you looking your best. Check in online with the hairstylist today at sportclips.com. all of a sudden, Dawson Lentz, it was like bang, bang, bang. And the next thing you know, the guy's got a hat trick tonight.
Happened quick. Again, we kind of talked about it, but, he's a big body. He was getting himself in the right position, obviously right in the front of the net. And, you got a guy that'll do that, you usually get rewarded.
Yeah, and here's the Hattie. He had Ronas again driving to the net, and there's the neat little tip in at the very end of that. But just good hustle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I mean, that's you pride your guys all week in practice to go to the front of the net, stop in front of the net, because that's where you're going to get rewarded, and certainly he did that.
Yeah, did it well tonight, says Dawson Lentz. We get 13 goals. We got 2 games now with hat tricks. I mean, what is going on with this offensive outburst?
We got it all going on. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. Dawson Lentz, your MVP of the contest tonight. Sport Clips brings that MVP, and they give you that experience like none other at Sport Clips. And Dawson Lentz, tonight's game MVP. All right, that'll put a wrap on our broadcast tonight. Says big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including, as get rid of that MVP thing right there, is got BNC National Bank bringing our scoreboard, our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Ryan Family Dealerships brings you our timeouts through our replays throughout the game. And you got your Magic Toe intermission report. Postgame, as always, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. MVP of the contest, Dawson Lentz, brought to you by Sport Clips. And our Jobbers move of the game. The game winner tonight's by Caden Ronas. Well, hey, man, that was fun. I tell you
Absolutely.
what, we got to do 3 of them, man. And
hey, 3 more than last year.
3 more than last year.
We tried. Just certain things happened with I had some weather stuff, some cancellations that I had to refill, and it's just life on the road, I guess. But no, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully I get to do it again.
Well, we got a few doozies too. I mean,
we did.
We did. A couple of good hockey matches. Exactly. All right, for our camera operator tonight, that was Aaron Wald. Great job by him running the trifecta over here, solo mio. Great job by him. For my partner, Mike Peluso, Todd Domres repeating your final score. Century victorious. Late goal by Caden Ronas is the difference. 7-6 Century on top of Minot on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. That'll do it for us. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, so long from the Capitol Ice Complex in South Bismarck.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proud.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads restaurant. Start